everyone. So today I have our mentee Prarthana with us. Prarthana was recently a part of YLCC's Holistic Development Growth Camp. She's a final year student from BVP Pune, and let's try to hear from her what her expectations were before joining the program and if we were actually able to fulfill her expectations or not. So hi Prarthana, how would you like to introduce yourself to our audience?
Hello, I am Prarthana Markod. I am the final year law student of Bharati Vidyapeeth Pune, and I am pursuing CS. And I have interest towards corporate law and under corporate law. As per my YLCC classes, I got to know that there are so many arenas under it, and hence my interest lies in company law, competition law, and mergers and acquisition.
Super. So I'm so happy that you've been able to identify your interest and not just saying ki cop law, which is like the standard most of the law students say without actually giving any specifications. Okay, so you mentioned Gen Cop, competition, and M&A, the specific field. Very nice. So Pratna, what were your expectations before joining us, and were we able to fulfill them or not? Please share your experience.
So first of all, I got to know about YLCC through LinkedIn posts. So I felt that I had caliber in me, but I did not know where to invest my time. Should I invest time in my CV or should I invest my time in, building my choices or anything else? So I saw YLCC post and also I joined your free session. So from that, I got to know that you have a holistic growth program. So through that, I got motivated saying that this might be one of those courses, wherein I can understand where am I lacking or where should I improve. And hence, this made me join YLCC.
Okay, so I remember you calling me just before applying for an internship saying, I have an interview scheduled immediately. Can you please help? And I don't think we had the call for more than 2 to 3 minutes where I smiled and I said, "Bache, koi baat nahi, it's your internship call. Don't worry, you'll make it." Right. So do you want to share your experience about that? And before this recording, you were sharing how happy you are about that internship. So briefly, if you could share your experience about how you applied, how you cracked the interview, and how is your experience going on?
So being a student from the COVID batch, the biggest disadvantage that we faced is that during the during the crucial periods, we lost physical classes which were actually needed. So when I got a mail saying that you have an interview scheduled today, so I was quite worried because I was not in touch with the interview skills that you should have in the fourth year because I missed the crucial period of third and fourth year for physical classes. Hence, I contacted Samanika ma'am saying that I contacted you saying that I'm quite worried for the interview because I'm not at all prepared. And whatever I have written in CV, I had made such a 4 to 7 pages of CV, and it was so much of content into it, and I was worried that I don't even remember what have I written in it. So I asked Samanika ma'am to you whether should I give it today or should I give it someday else. So you, being my guardian angel, said that don't worry, watch Basi's video, just enjoy the process of giving interview, and that actually helped me. And I'm quite fortunate that I got a chance to intern with the call which I got. And today I'm in the position of being the most satisfied intern. I don't even have single complaint saying that my senior is like that, my associate is like that. I feel so valuable there. I have got to learn so many things. I did not run behind brands saying that this brand is important, this brand is great and all. I just focused on I want to learn these things, and it is high time I should know what all areas where I should focus. And this was actually I got to know from YLCC classes, and hence I am here today being all satisfied and happy with whatever progress I have made.
So happy to see this because yeah, now I remember. Actually, I had forgotten the context of our call, but now I remember that the main reason you had approached me was my interview. आज तू या reschedule करवा दूँ, and I was like, why not facing it? Like, just get done with it. It'll not be a big deal. And immediately after a few days, you sent me that screenshot saying, "Yay, I'm so happy." Asha, the very interesting thing which you also mentioned here was that you are not going running behind big brands or just limiting your scope of experience and learning to maybe those top 10 or top 7 firms, right? You are interning with one of your college seniors who started their own firm, and you mentioned that it's a very small office and like they do respect you as good as an associate, involve you in good number of responsibilities and help you learn things from scratch. So this strategy that like I want to start with a smaller firm and preferably at a place where I can learn over a big brand, how did that happen? Were you planning it from your fourth year only, or was it just a sudden thought? And also, I remember that you were applying for long-term internship there. You were not even thinking that, अच्छा ठीक है, just for the sake of going for a ladder, मैं एक छोटे firm से start कर लूँ and then I jump to a bigger firm, right? So this entire thought process, what was going on in your mind? If you could share that.
So being a typical law student, we always run behind brands कि यहाँ काम करना है, वहाँ काम करना है, big offices, lavish dress and all. But I think learning is important. You know, at the end of the day, people look at your experience and not your brands. Whatever your brand is, whatever should be known to the student should be known to the student. And I did not know this. I was always running behind the brand. But after YLCC classes, where they actually told us that learning process is important and brand will come to you eventually when you have the experience to show. And that is the reason after YLC classes, I understood the importance of interning at a boutique law firm because they actually involve you in all the decisions, in all the drafting procedure and everything. So that is the reason I am actually I want to repeat this again that I am happy that I have joined this law firm and I'm learning a lot of things.
Right. So, though it may not always be necessary, ऐसा भी ground rule नहीं set कर सकते हम कि boutique law में ही आपको सीखने के लिए मिलेगा, big firms में नहीं मिलेगा. It also depends. Actually, what I have understood with my experience of so many years in this industry is, at the end of the day, it all boils down to who your senior is, how willing are they to help you in your learning process, and most importantly, the typical season when you're interning. Because if they're extremely occupied, even though they might have the best intentions to teach you, they may not have sufficient time. But at the same time, if you're joining at a time where they are also planning their family vacation, summer vacation, winter vacation, and suddenly you are also interning, so they may not be able to give enough time. So might happen at both the places actually, be it smaller firms or bigger firms, same situation because इंसान तो same ही रहते हैं दोनों जगह, right? So Prarthana, you mentioned initially your CV was 4-5 pages or something. मुझे सुनने में बहुत डर लगा because एक तो 5 years at NUs, I was never able to make a 5-page CV. But secondly, because I've known you and I've known the amount of hard work you put, I do not doubt your credentials. But what has YLCC taught you differently then? Because in my CV class, I always say strictly restricted to 2 pages, right? So all the 5 weeks, 17 sessions with us, what was your favorite part? What were your most important key takeaways? Was it pre-internship? Was it during internship, do's and don'ts and all of that? Or was it like the interview classes, research classes, drafting classes? Which was your favorite part and major key takeaways?
Okay, so starting from CV, so my CV was of 7 pages because I had mentioned everything that I have done, starting from my 10th standard, whatever achievements I have made, till 4th year, which is actually wrong because what HR sees is what is your preference and do you have experience for the same. That's all. Once I got to know that is what is actually required, I made my CV of 2 pages and actually it is sufficient. It shows whatever my interest is, and that could only be possible if I, if I attend that because I attended YLCC classes. And also regarding the classes, there were certain times where I couldn't attend the classes or, I was having doubts. Even though I made notes, I still had doubts. So the best part of YLCC classes is we also had recordings. So whenever I got time, I used to look at those videos, and it is not necessary that you look at the video in the same speed. You can also multiply the speed. You can pause it. That what else is required when you can actually watch the video and again at your own pace. That was the best thing because after 2 years of online classes, you shift to offline classes, and you have so many things in your plate, and you also want to attend this class, but you can't. And the recordings were actually a savior, and I still watch the videos of interview sessions or mental health sessions or CV, so that I can actually improve it day to day, and I can actually implement it during my internship day.
Great. So which week was your favorite week of learning, and what were your personal key takeaways, which you might have either already implemented or are planning to implement now?
So first and the most important class is the first class, which we had regarding the bifurcations of where all law students can pursue their career. That actually opened my brain, saying that do not get inside those typical they're saying that we want to do corp job. But what under corp job? Only corporate law is a place where you can pursue your career, or there are like NGOs where you can do, there are schools where you can do. There were so many things. Then I felt I was so ignorant. And also the second most important class was for me was the interview round, and also do's and don'ts during the internship periods. Like on the first day, you should send the introductory mail and make a list of whatever activities you have done during your internship period and all. That actually, though these things look small, but it actually makes you stand out, saying that this student is taking a lot of effort, this student has got caliber. In that way, every student is a law student. But what makes you stand out is these small little things, saying that you're giving an introductory video mail, or making a list of whatever activities you have done, or researching in a different way, in a shortcut way. These things were only possible because I have attended YLCC class.
Oh wow, you seem to be like such a huge fan that मुझसे ज़्यादा excitement अभी प्रार्थना को आ रहा है about the YLCC course, and I'm so happy to see this. Thank you so much, Prathna, for taking out your time. All the very best for your future internships. I'm pretty sure you'll do excellent at every place, because I know the amount of hard work you put in. I used to clearly remember during live classes also, there was one girl always with the notebook and all, and I knew कि अभी एक ना एक doubt तो आएगा ही आएगा. Like how come Prarthana does not have a doubt today? So very nice talking to you again, and all the very best for your upcoming internships. And this one also, hope it converts into a PPO, and if not, maybe better firms waiting for you. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.